Everybody likes a crazy strong main character boasting his godlike powers to the world. But you know who's adored even more? The underdog who keeps his powers hidden until the height of the battle, then turns the tables on his enemies, emerging as the victor. Hello and welcome back to Animeology. Today we've compiled for you only the best new anime where an overpowered MC finally reveals his true nature. From animation to storytelling to everything in between, these are the ones to watch. Number 10. Futotate. The ordinary USBs we use every day hold greater power in the city of Futo than just storing data. These thumb drives, called Gaia memories, can turn evil yet ordinary people into deadly dopant monsters. We follow the story of Shotaro Hidar, a hard-headed private investigator who comes across a mysterious woman named Tokime, who reeks of a questionable past. Dead set on eliminating the wicked dopants, Shotaro and his funny sidekick Philip use the powers of Gaia to upgrade their skills and save the city. The duo encounters Kamen Rider W, the legendary savior of the city, who does an outstanding job of kicking dopant's ass. As the heroes embark on their wipeout mission, they delve deeper into Tokime's true identity and realize there's much more to the story than it appears to be. Number 9. I'm quitting heroing.
Nailed it. I've got this job in the bag.
Are you stupid? Why in the living hell would we hire you?
This is the story of a devoted hero, Leo Damonheart, who's exiled by his own kingdom, which he fought hard to save. Using his insurmountable magical powers, Leo defeats the evil Queen Echidna from destroying his homeland. But instead of being grateful, the people turn against him, fearing that Leo will use his powers to become the next Demon King, thus exiling their savior. Backstabbed and devastated, Leo wanders around the world, unexpectedly landing at the castle of the enemies he once slayed. He offers to help his nemesis, aka Echidna, rebuild her troops. As expected, the queen rejects his offer. However, her subordinates, the Elite Four, sneakily accept Leo's help in rebuilding the queen's empire. As Leo goes on to work for Echidna, he learns what her plans actually are, and they're sinister.
The right torso is where it's most vulnerable. Go in and strike!
Number 8. Decadance. Decadance is set in the year 2400, when the world has been polluted with unimaginable poisonous air. To make matters worse, there are the deadly monstrous creatures, the Gadolls, who are hell-bent on eradicating the human race. A handful of survivors who are left have built a mobile fortress named Decadance for their protection.
Crap, Avispine! And it's gaining on us!
This is where we meet our protagonist, Natsume, a cheerful girl who knows nothing about combat but is determined to be a warrior. One day, she meets up with Kaburagi, a grumpy armor repairman who has given up on his dreams, but he realizes that Natsume has a hell lot of burning potential to become a great fighter. He decides to train the optimistic girl, ultimately bringing a game-changing turn to her upside-down world. Number 7. Assassin's Pride.
Phantom Blade Flash! Hot! Whipping!
Next up is Assassin's Pride, where, once again, the world is on the brink of extinction, and Flandre is the only city that has withstood devastation. The dark world outside is completely infested with ferocious lycanthropes, but within the city, communities are protected by glass domes. Safe within these domes, the dwellers are segregated into pristine nobles and lowly commoners. Only the highborns wield superhuman powers of mana, allowing them to battle and defeat the savage lycanthropes. Melida Angel, although born into a noble family, cannot manifest mana. In order to juice up her powers, Kufa Vampire is ordered to be her tutor. But here's the catch: if she cannot manifest mana at all, then he must assassinate her. Turns out that Kufa is impressed by her determination, and instead of killing her, he goes all out to train Melida, turning her into a badass overpowered mana wielder. Number 6. Sabiki Bisco.
A bike?
It seems like the end of Japan is here, with sinister mushroom spores spreading rust all over the land, eating up everything in their path, leaving nothing behind. And the only way to reverse the horrible apocalypse involves getting your hands on a giant rust-devouring mushrooms. Our protagonist, Bisco Akaboshi, is a talented archer whose arrows sprout mushrooms wherever they land. That's why he's been labeled as a wanted criminal. Disregarding the opinions of others, Sabiki has plans to save the rotting world. Along with this crap pal, Akutagawa, he collaborates with a young Dr. Milo, and the trio embarks on their quest to search far and wide for the legendary savior mushroom.
You're a fun guy. Won't even take it easy.
Number 5. Licorice Recoil. This Japanese action thriller follows a group of little orphan girls as they're trained to fight like the military and are responsible for withholding peace in Japan instead of, well, the military. Introducing Direct Attack, a syndicate that educates the girl group of Licorice to carry out assassinations against terrorists. Here we meet our protagonist, Takena Inoue, an overly ambitious fighter who's kicked out of the DA for being hot-headed. She's transferred to another branch of the agency, Licorice Recoil, which operates undercover as a cafe. Takena just wants to get reinstated in the Licorice and is appalled when her new prodigy partner Chisato Nishigiki drags her along on all sorts of funny jobs. Our overpowered MC is even more puzzled when Chisato takes down a group of assassins without killing them. She teaches Takena that there is much more to life than just nipping it in the bud. Number 4. Skeleton Knight in Another World.
Muscle to stone! Rock, spear, strike!
This series follows the story of a young unnamed gamer boy who one day wakes up to find himself in the world of the same video game he used to play. To add to his dismay, he's flabbergasted when he realizes that now he looks like an actual scary skeleton. Although he's empowered with the great abilities of his avatar, he dons a shiny armor to hide himself.
A ninja? And on top of that, one with furry ears and a tail? Let's go!
Our skeleton knight names himself Ark and tries to find his footing in the strange new world, all the while trying to win the companionship of a beautiful elf. Although he wants to remain low-key, Ark is not the kind of guy who'd stand idly by as wicked acts take place right under his nose. Thus, he steps on an unintentional adventurous journey to make the fantasy world a better place.
from the top-tier class, Sacred Knight. Combat skill, Judgment!
Number 3, battle game in 5 seconds. Spitting the true spirit of the tried and true genre of death game is yet another awesome series where characters possess insane powers and shamelessly beat the hell out of each other. Battle Game in 5 Seconds follows the story of an ordinary high schooler Akira Shiroyanagi, who loves playing games and eating candy. His ordinary life is disrupted when a mysterious girl named Mion drags him into a magical battlefield. She informs the participants that their personal records have been erased from the face of the earth, and they are test subjects of a peculiar experiment. Now bestowed with immaculate supernatural powers, Akira is adamant about climbing the ranks and, ultimately, bringing down the organization that has trapped him from going back home.
I was hoping I'd get to try this!
Number 2, To Your Eternity. To Your Eternity is set in the white tundras of snow as far as the eye can see. We follow the story of It, an emotionless, immortal entity sent down to Earth. It has no identity of its own, but it can acquire the form of anyone around with a strong aura. Changing its shape from an orb, then some moss, it finally takes the form of a lone, wounded, beautiful white wolf. The canine wanders around the tundra, finally meeting up with a boy. The young boy, Fushi, lives in a graveyard of a town, which all adults left many years ago in search of an unspecified paradise. During their travels, the boy gets injured and sadly meets his end. The mysterious It then takes the boy's form, continuing their journey full of new experiences.
Sorry!
Number 1, Classroom of the Elites.
各教科すべてにおいて高得点を獲得していた。
The show is set in a pristine private school, which seems to be a normal peaceful institute from the outside, but stepping inside, we find out that the ridiculous murderous competition students have to face. The grading system is based on the ranks they earn, and students have a lot of freedom to do whatever they want to increase their ranks.
ただ俺の詮索はするな。
Amidst all the chaos, we follow Kiyotaka Aonokoji, a calm young man dumped into Class D, the worst in the academy. Partnering with the serious face, Suzune Horikita, he must utilize his brain powers to win the vicious brawls and steer his class towards becoming Class A, while simultaneously attacking notorious foes, trying to bring them down.
聞いたな。